to another episode of Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. With that being said, let's get right into it. So, Larry Bird was known as a notorious trash talker. Okay. And there were two situations that there were two times where Larry Bird talked trash, where it was funny but true. Okay, so it was during the 86-87 regular season. They were playing the Seattle Supersonics. Okay, and I believe the game was tied, and so they're playing the Sonics. There's a timeout, and Casey Jones tells the story. He says, about that time, I'm going through a play. I said, Dennis, you cut here. Robert, you go here. Yada, yada, yada. About that time, Larry Bird just steps in and says, hey, coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get it out of the way? I said, Larry, he wants it and he wants the ball. So when they walk back out on the court, Xavier was guarding him. So then Larry Bird looks at Xavier McDaniel and says, you know I'm hitting the ball. And Xavier McDaniel recalls that years later, Xavier McDaniel was like, I'm like, I know. I'll be you ready. And Xavier McDaniel also said, and I'm going to shoot it right here. I'm going to shoot it right here. I'm going to get the ball right here, and I'm going to shoot it right here. Lo and behold, that's what happened. And when Larry Bird hit the shot, it was 2 seconds on the clock. And then Xavier McDaniel continued. He said, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. He wanted to shoot it with 0 seconds on the clock. And Xavier McDaniel was like, and I walked back to the sidelines like, damn. And so that was one of the funny Larry Bird trash talking stories. Also, there was the 3-point shootout contest in the 88 All-Star Weekend in Chicago, where Larry Bird came in and said, all right, guys, which one of y'all is going to come and second place? And all the other contestants were like, what? And then Larry Bird said, oh, man, I'm going to win the thing, so I'm not worried about it. So, but Byron Scott tells a story about the trash talk at the 1987 NBA Finals that Bird did. It was Game 4 of the 1987 NBA Finals. And Byron Scott told the story. He said, because the Celtics were up big in that game, the Lakers came back. Okay, and it's late in the fourth quarter. Okay, and the Lakers had taken the lead. All right, Lakers are taking the lead. The teams come back out to the court, and Byron Scott tells his story. He says, Larry Bird says, guys, listen, I'm going to curl here. I'm going to curl around here. I'm going to go to his corner, and I'm going to catch it and shoot it, and there ain't a damn thing y'all can do about it. And that's exactly what Larry Bird did. He caught it right there in the corner. He shot it, and he hit it, which gave the Celtics a 1-point lead. Then that's when Magic Johnson came out and did his junior sky high hook, what they call a junior sky high hook. But yeah, so Larry Bird's trash talk was funny, but it was also truthful. It was also truthful because Larry Bird said, I'm going to curl around here. I'm going to go to this corner. I'm going to shoot it. He hit it. Xavier McDaniel, I'm going to catch it right here, and I'm going to shoot it and hit it. 88 All-Star Weekend. Yeah, he won it. So, yeah. Larry Bird backed up his trash talk. Yeah. So, I also want to get into this too. So you see a lot of load management today in NBA games. Players taking games off and whatnot. players taking games off just because they can. And you see some of the jokes that get said about NBA players when they load manage. Okay, so Michael Jordan actually predicted this during his time with the Washington Wizards back in 2003. Okay, Michael Jordan actually predicted load management would happen, and so not only was Michael Jordan a smart basketball player, man, but man, Michael Jordan could see things. Michael Jordan could see things in the younger generation that he did not like. Okay, and so my ear was ringing. Look, my ear was ringing. Okay, so that's why. So anyway, so Jordan saw some things in some of the young players that he did not like. Okay. And so Michael talked about why it would be necessary for players to see the examples of success so they can achieve it themselves. The younger generation of NBA players would have to see older guys playing hurt or at least not being 100% ready for a game to realize that this is sometimes the only way to achieve greatness and respect from the fans and their peers. Okay, and obviously Kobe Bryant must have been one of his best students because Kobe played through everything. Kobe played through everything. Shoot, Kobe played through everything. Okay, unless he was physically unable to walk, Kobe was playing through it. There was the other time he shot the free throws on a torn Achilles. And there was a situation when Jordan came back with the Bulls. There was a situation where Jordan was having back spasms. Okay, and and the Chicago training staff wasn't sure that he could go. And Michael was like, "Nah, I'm going. Nah, I'm going. I'm going. Yeah, I'm going." So, because I think they realized that they had an obligation to their teammates, the fans. No, what if it was the only time they were going to see Michael or Kobe play? Okay. Now, I saw Michael Jordan play in person once. Okay. I saw Michael Jordan play in person once. That's when the Washington Wizards came to town to play the Memphis Grizzlies. That was one game I really wanted to go to. And I went to that game with my dad. Okay. That was the one game I really wanted to go to because I had never seen Michael Jordan play in person. I've seen him on TV, but I've never seen him play in person. So that was the game that I really wanted to go to because I wanted to see Michael Jordan play in person. He scored 20 points. Okay. The Wizards somehow lost to the Grizzlies, who were a joke of a team back in those days. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. But I remember when Michael came off the bench. I remember when Michael came off the bench during that game. The whole crowd stood up and applauded. Even me. Even me. I stood up and gave Michael the standing ovation. Okay. That was the first time I had seen Jordan play in person. Okay. But that's one of the things that I will always remember, seeing Michael Jordan play in person. Okay. So, Michael had this to say. You can hear about how somebody played or read about the best way to achieve success. But people need to set the examples. Until they see, they won't do. This is Michael speaking. It's easy to talk about what Jerry West did, but it's not easy to see what he did. Tomorrow's kids are going to have to see someone playing hurt, see someone practicing the day after winning a championship. We have to provide examples so they can relate to that ideal. Otherwise, they will get into bad habits. If we lose that gap, then it starts to fade away. And 20 years from now, you will never see someone play sick or get out on the floor with a sore ankle. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? See, and you wonder why, and you wonder why, and you wonder why people like y'all, okay, you, the subscribers, the audience, you wonder why people like y'all, people like me, people like people out there keep gravitating towards the older generation of the NBA. You wonder why y'all, us, keep gravitating towards New Jack City NBA. Okay? It's because these guys played hurt. They played through pain. They played sick. Michael Jordan, the flu game, 38 points. Michael Jordan played 44 minutes and scored 38 points. Okay? And the lasting image of that game is him hitting a three-pointer, and then after Luke Longley dunked the ball to give the Bulls a 3-point lead, what's the lasting image? Scottie Pippen helping MJ to the bench. That's the image. That's the lasting image of the 97 NBA Finals, okay? Right? Michael Jordan, 40 years old, playing 82 games on 2 bad knees for the Washington Wizards. This man is 40 years old, playing 82 games on 2 bad knees. Has to wrap his knees in ice after every single game. And probably before a game, okay? As a matter of fact, Haywood, recall Brendan Haywood, who played with Jordan during that time. Brendan Haywood would come into the weight room around, I say 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning, and Michael would already be there. And Brendan Haywood was like, "Hey, what are you doing here so early?" And Michael was like, "I got a better question for you. Why was I able to beat you to the weight room?" That's how committed Michael Jordan was. That's how committed Kobe Bryant was. Okay? You just don't see that level of commitment from NBA players today. Karl Malone. In the weight room. Karl Malone lived in the weight room. Okay? Karl Malone lived in the weight room his entire career. His whole career, he lived in the weight room. Okay? That's how dedicated these players were. That's how dedicated John Stockton was, okay? The most games John Stockton has ever missed in a season was 18. Okay? So, and the 18 games he missed was because of the knee surgery he had to start the 1997-98 season. Okay. So those were the 18 games he missed, but I believe he only missed a grand total of what? 22 games? Over his entire career? Yeah. 22 games over his entire career. And look at his first 6 or 7 seasons in the NBA. 1985 through 1991. 82, 82, 82, 82, 82, 81, 82. Yeah, but it all goes back to what Jordan said. We have to provide examples so they can relate to that ideal. Otherwise, they will get bad habits. So you have a coward like LeBron James who doesn't play with a sore ankle in the All-Star game. You have cowards like Joel Embiid who can't play hate through pain. Okay. And Greg Popovich started this whole thing. Greg Popovich started this whole ball rolling. Okay. He started this whole ball thing. And Michael Jordan saw all it coming. Michael Jordan probably saw it coming. Kobe Bryant probably saw it coming. Scottie Pippen probably saw it coming. Karl Malone, John Stockton, the veterans who were heading out of the league in 2003, 2004, they probably saw all this coming. They probably saw all this coming. And yeah, which makes it all the more surprising that AC Green, of all people, actually backs load management. Okay. Yes. The guy who played in 10 trillion consecutive games backs load management. He doesn't have a problem with load management. And that's a little bit surprising. That's a little bit surprising considering AC Green was healthy his entire career, played through injuries his entire career. Okay. So, yeah. All right. That's it. And that's all for Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I am Sean Farrell. May God bless all of y'all. Peace.